Hey everyone. So, I like seeing matches like this, especially since we are going to try and build Prism at some point. Then Blitz, you don't thin out your deck enough. Turn that down a bit. And let's look for a game. Well, apparently I'm not logged in. Anything else interesting? Good CC. Lots of Dromo. I haven't looked at the Living Legend board this week. Below the events for a little while, right? So no points. I feel like 148 was where Dromo was already at. Where's Rhino gone to? Only 242. He actually hasn't picked up that many points. Heyo, and we are going first. That's nice. Don't have to tweak anything. Catch out, nice surprise and a tone. Not horrible. Not the best start. Now, I kind of want to put the tome in there, but there's a decent chance of disruption. Well, we cash out. We're going for it next turn. We don't need the tunic. Gloves are good to keep, but we'll get rid of it. And we have the tome, so we'll only keep the Mage Master boots. I think we just try and go for it straight away. Question is, do I get rid of a nasty surprise to draw? I'm not going to. Wind up, it's fine. Have another one? Stash the tome. Get nothing. So we can probably just block a bunch this turn. Right, there's a 4 there. So they're going to something else. They haven't intimidated at all. They run much? I guess they don't. I think we're fishing one more turn. Klloo. Or he's an overblock. Actually, I could have kept one nasty surprise to attack with. I guess that would have been the better thing to do. Yeah. Just because I just want to discard this. So we could tome. Look for something. We passed, still an attack bar wall, so that's fine. Summer draw. At least rally the rear guard of 5 blocks. And then most likely just attack swinging again. Wonder if they have pummels. We can do the same thing again, depending on what they attack with. Just a claw. We'll keep one rally to the rear guard. Actually, I could have cycled it back. That wouldn't be so bad. And Crush Bones. Alright, so next turn is the dangerous turn. But at 17, we might be able to survive, and there's a final act, so we have the piece, well, some of the pieces. Yeah, this is the worry. $16, way too much. It's too nonchalant. I should have gone for it on an earlier turn. We can block with that. What's their follow-up is the question. Yeah, especially because we had the token gen and the cash out straight away. They're just putting out such little damage. He rolled low, so that's good. Mandible Claw. Pulping. Pulping with Dominate, yeah, okay, that does it. We can get to 8, but I have to discard the final act. And then we have to survive another round. Which is the worry. In this type of matchup, Relative Regard is just such a versatile card. Problem is we don't survive next turn. Which is really bad. Oh, we actually survived the Mandible Claw. Right, that was quick. that was my bad. We had pieces and I just got greedy. Trying to hold on and go for it at a later date. Still building the Prism deck. You like Rally the Rearguard. What's the difference? They're all 2, so it doesn't really matter what color you run. You might as well take the blue for pitching. It's KO again. Is it the same KO? I think it is, right? I'm fine with that. Hopefully we get a better start. Big card in the Art of War is alright. Yeah, so we could have actually waited thinking about it, because they would have had one of the wind-ups. So this is a problem though, because they have some big attacks. In pitch 2... Right, but if they use Agile wind-up, unless they draw back a blue or a yellow, they can't string together 2 big attacks. We didn't get any silver. Unfortunate. We instant their Agile wind-up though. Right, so we pass, they're gonna proc it. Yeah. And we just stash the Art of War. Domes, that's some draw Art of War, that's some draw piece. It's a setup. Not a good one, not as good as the last game, but still, it helps. Every time we get to attempt is better. It's just an 8 Bare Fangs. But they are still getting the action point. We should still be able to survive though, because all they're going to do is swing. And it's... Oh, it does gain go again, but again, they don't have the resources. Right, just a swing. Oh no, they didn't use the bean trackers, actually. Okay, so what's the correct thing to do? Art of War first, and then Tome. Pretty sure it's the same net in our hand though, so it doesn't really matter. Draw and go again. Hey fish, thanks. Big card is annoying. Tome. Come on. Don't make me use this rounds on me. There's the cash in. We have 2 blues. Although we could also get rid of the picky card and a blue. Which is probably better. Although I do like playing pick card in this situation. But that's why we wanted to keep the blue. Perfect. Brown, tunic, gloves, share. Now we can cash in off the gold to replenish as well. I suppose if we brick off of the blues, we'll do that. Come on, just give me the other final act. Even take an encore, even though then they can reuse their armor. There's the encore. Right, so we did. It's probably better to cash in. And we could go for broke and play it, but I think we take the safer option instead of using the gold. There's still some cards that aren't blues. Yeah. Play cash in. Pay with the gold. Either way, we'll be able to pitch for silver. Art War helps, because then we float. No, because I'd have to get rid of Encore. I mean, I don't have to discard. You know what? Do it the opposite way. Play the silver first. Fine. Cash outs. Or, I guess, draw plus final act. Start drawing. Then hit big, basically. We got lead the charge. We can end up pitching 2 more. The first one, is this enough damage? Do I squeeze in the Art of War? No. Just don't overthink it. So this one is what? 17, and then the next one's 19. I don't know why, but I feel like it's not going to be enough damage. We're on 9, especially because we break the chain, right? So then they can still block with the helm and the apex. They have to block 10, right? 3, 6, 9, 12. That's definitely capable. Really? You have to block with your last card. Come on. Problem is we only get 1 turn to rebound, and then there's not really much. Oh. Defense reaction. This is also another thing I hate, that the pass gets covered. And I just space because I don't see the green light up. If I'm not looking here, I'm always looking here. Alright, start with a win. Actually, they had chat, I should have waited. We wanna spread the word and get more people playing Melody. Benji. Benji's annoying. Although we don't really want to block much. But we like going first. That's pretty much the biggest thing. We got cash out again, we have Encore to hold, and we can just get rid of Ripple away. So we should be able to go for it second turn again. Which means we don't need the tunic. I gotta ditch the weapon. We just don't get to high enough damage. I'm kind of tempted to ditch the boots as well, since we don't have time. Make sure they can't respond. And then just stash the Encore. Yeah, so we have an attack for Art of War. We now have Tome with Mage Master. We could potentially just pick a card and wait a turn. 100 wins, so they are just going to beat us down. They kept Bendy's ability in Class Constructed. It'd be very interesting, because the 2 damage wouldn't work as well. Ravenous Rabble. I guess they're hoping for it to be minused enough, or even if it gets minused enough that it's not that bad. Question is, do I block and then play pick a card and hope for something a bit better? Right, that's what I'm tempted to do, because usually their damage output isn't that significant. And that disrupts the chain as well. Well, I suppose trying to destroy the Zephyr Needles would have been a better play, but then they just flick knife it anyway. That might have been dumb. I'm trying to land the pick a card, but we might end up taking too much damage. No, okay, they didn't have a sequence. Right, now we get to see what they have. So we get to Warrior. So Spring Tidings, bad. But also, they don't have that many things with Go Again. Right, so they what? Snatch, Snapdragon, Swing, I guess? Swing, Spring Tidings. That would be their best bet at a larger draw chain. Ah, damn. Hopefully we get pieces. Cash in definitely helps. I should have worked out how much damage they could have done. Doesn't feel like it's 16, it feels still a little low. They can get rid of Snatch and look for a combo, actually. Alright, they did Vest. So they are going to go for a sequence here. Arrow Snatch for a combo. Taking 100 wins. But still Go Again. So they 100 wins and then Spring Tidings. Does it have to be higher? It has to be greater. That's bad. I mean, we could break it with Unmovable, but then we'd lose another Klloo. And then I'd have to survive another turn. Which I think we have to do anyway. I mean, they're still gonna flick knives it, but breaking up the chain is what we really need to do. Spring Tidings is 2, right? So I can't block it. I can get rid of 1 card and then still combo. Don't worry about breaking it. Maybe that's better. Did I just play that as an instant? Yeah, because I already skipped the blocking stage. That's my bad. Still, flick knives, take the 1. And hope they don't draw anything next. Does defense reactions not count as the defend clause? Or is it grayed out because it's broken? Doesn't it get that symbol? Don't worry about it. You can still Spring Tidings to draw. There's still a bunch of cards. Yeah, maybe the defense reaction would have been better to hold for that. Because it's if it hits, right? Yeah, no, that was my mistake. I saw it too. They have to land one more thing for the mask. Ravenous Rebel. So I'd have to sacrifice both things to stop the mask momentum. Does that even buy us another turn? If we somehow survive, at least at this point, I can cash in the gold and try and go for the draw. The misplay was the Spring Tidings. That should have been what we blocked, not the weapon. Although they wouldn't have buffed it, I suppose, so... It's questionable. No go again. Another 2-attack card. Okay. Can we pull this back? Let's see. Get our 2 cards. Double Tome. That sucks. Because we'd love to play both. Yeah, I was thinking like they'd always Ancestral Empowerment. Which, I mean, they kind of would have. Because they still took the risk with our cards in hand. Right, I could have had another reaction, I suppose. So we want a Mage Master, but there's nothing we can pitch. So I can't Double Tome. Which means I get rid of Lead the Charge and hope to draw into the other Lead the Charge. If we paid with silver, or even played the gold. No, the gold because it was Sylvian too, so that doesn't matter. That was bad. Not what I mean. That's what I mean. Oh, of course, then we get cash in. I mean, we have everything, except the Art of War. But we're bricking in a weird way. Art of War. Oh god. What is this sequence? It's tiny though, that's the unfortunate part. We pick a card, there's still a chance. Right, we get silver, we can go one more. We can potentially go a lot more. Right, up to 4, if we pick right. So we gotta take the gamble. They run down but not out, that's interesting. Take the tempo. We got 2. Even if we draw a red, we're done. If we draw a yellow, we're fine. Alright, this guarantees that we can get the combo off, though. Alright, did I ditch a Fine Life? No, I banished it. They have much block armor? No. I don't think it's big enough, though. A 13, then a 15. That puts them on 14, yeah. So if they have 1 block. And we're on what, 2 HP or something? They're definitely low though. They have Double Strike and... what's the other card? Soulful something? Question is, what do we need back to get this going? Lead the Charge, Tome, Yacht, and everything else. There's still 1 Encore. We still have some other attacks. Rounds on me. You kind of want the double this rounds on me to shut them down. Double strike is under 2 as well, isn't it, though? Yeah. There's nothing we can do. Still, we tried to come back. I think we did the best we could to try and come back. Ooh, quick games today. Everyone's letting us go first. Makes me want to put the amulets back. We got pick a card, that's something. What could we pick? And also, what are they doing? Right, so I should really be looking at this a lot better to actually determine. So, piercing, don't really care about. The go again's an issue. They already have go again from almost everything. So 2, 4... They can do about 10-ish plus the counter. Should be able to survive, from what I'm looking at. Only 1 silver's not that great. Sash out of war, we already have the attack for it, and we have the cash in. So we should be fine. Another pick a card. We could defend, play pick a card, and try to squeeze out 1 more turn. Just for a little bit more silver. Using the... Does agility proc? No, it's not your turn. Is this the first time? What's their go again enabler? Was one of those a reaction? I can't remember. That's fine. We'll do unmovable. We'll go for pick card. One of them had to have been a reaction, and I wasn't paying attention to what the types were. Or not. Okay. Curious. But they have the agility now, and we did get a silver token, so that was semi-worth it. But there's the cash out and a final act, so we're good to go. Alright, now they're buffing. They're trying to set up for counters. We're going to let them, because I still don't think they can do 20 in a single turn. Right, so it becomes 2, agility, 3, 1, swing, 4. Right, and I didn't see anything that allowed them to swing an additional time. So yeah, they're just setting up. So we can definitely let the damage through. Because even if they give it go again, they have no way to make it attack another additional time. Yeah, it's just not enough damage. I feel like we could even go one more turn even with the tokens. Does get the other +1. That should be fine. We have the cash out. And actually, Tunic's up now too, so that's better for us as well. Means I can go Tunic, cash in, off this round's on me, hope for an attack, then Art of War. Or if need be, cash out. We're kind of running it close with the colors though. Alright, Tunic. Cash in. Don't pay with the silver, don't pay with the gold. Go back to... Hope for an attack. No, we got the eye. So in that case, we gold eye, opt. Have the 1 for the Art of War. So we need an attack on top. And they're both attacks. They're both blue. We only have 1 final act, so I still need to look through the other pieces. So I think we bottom 1 and take the 1 guarantee. Even though we kind of want to keep the blue string going. Art of War. Draw, go again. A nasty surprise. There's the encore, so we're happy. The blues, though, make us unhappy. We definitely cash out. Go with the crown, get rid of the tunic, the gloves. At this point, we're probably getting rid of the boots as well. And just hoping for a long draw chain. So even if we get tome, is it too costly? No, it's 2 to draw, which is better, actually. Alright, we'll keep the boots. So we just have to end on a blue card. Get rid of that, get rid of that, float 1. There's the tome, which is... horse. If I use silver, then we're looking for a blue. If I play the boots, then I need to fish with Encore. It only gets us 2 cards, and we're still looking for a blue. We just have a better shot at a blue. Just give me a blue. Question is, how greedy do we get? Because again, if we stop drawing blues, we are screwed. Is there a salvageable way out of this? There is the hope of going for 2 final acts, splitting it up. In which case we final act and then just play pick a card. No, we still have to pitch pick a card. A little annoying. But maybe we can still make this work. The extra card will definitely backfire though, plus the tokens that we gave. We had just played the cash in off the gold token, we would have been happy. We would be 1 extra card in hand, which would most likely be a blue. Everyone give me the eye, give me the tome, then the blues. There's still hope. There's the other encore, and a cash in straight away. Question is, how much damage do they have? They must have a reaction for go again. In which case, I can't block. Yeah, run through. +2. That makes it an 8. Makes it a 10. Now they got us. Oh, next gets 2. But still, it's more than enough damage. Always use a tokenification, that's what we're learning. Swinging for 12. We have 7, so it's exact. But no. Oh well, we came close. Just needed 1 extra card in hand. I shouldn't have gambled for the blue when we got the wage gold, because it still would have been what? No, it would have been 8 and 10. So that still wouldn't be enough damage. It would have been 10-10. Would have been 10-10 because we had to pitch the wage gold. Which still could have bought us another turn. We would have had silver left over. Yeah. I got too greedy. Alright, we want defensive cards for this prism deck. Ah! Alright, fish. You're going first. Maybe I should have swapped some cards out. If only we got Ripple away straight away. That would have helped. Our start is pretty bad. Something I want the Vampires for. Alright, pitch stacking is Drone Line. This is an interesting idea. Sensor. Question is, what do you shut down on our first turn then? Cash out? Although technically I'm just going to block. I'm going to overblock because I want a better hand. So, thanks for the cards, basically. We did not get a better hand. Ugh. Hero the High Striker. I mean, swing, I guess. What's better to hold on to? Rally the rear guard. Question is, do you block? Would you give me the copper? A block. Well, the nice thing is that was the wrong card. Neither of us got our setups. So I guess we're playing Rally the Rear Guard next turn. That was really bad. Cash-in should have gone in there. Problem is, Tunic's going to be out. Little. It's a block for 2. So we can take the damage, and then the next one we can heal off of it. Yeah, so it definitely doesn't like me going over to Fabry in the middle of games. That's every time we get the error, that's why. Or at least that's the correlation. One short, that's annoying. So I don't want you to get the gold. Simply put. I can take the 1 and then ripple away. Was it? If an action card would create 1 or more, Z creates -1. I mean, there's no difference, I suppose, to blocking with it or not. We block with Tunic and then force... This is going to really bog us. Yeah, Yeah, we would really like to have that to block with. Ugh. It's stuck. Pick card, and we're also not getting any of our pieces. Anyway. A little. We need to wait and get rid of the performance bonuses. I mean, you're probably buffing another one anyway. You got another performance bonus? Makes sense. Give and take. We never defend because we're never giving you cards back. But it looks like we're both drawing really badly. It's funny just to see it happen at the same time. I mean, you even used your tunic. You might just win by beating us down, it looks like. I mean, I don't want to block, but I need to block. All because you're in my arsenal. Unmovable. You have Encore, you might have Final Act, but you're probably just waiting gold next turn, which makes me really want to keep the Unmovable. I can't. I didn't get any silver. I need to get this out of my arsenal. And Unmovable would have been perfect to put in there. And Fish is probably going, huh? Why was that there? What do you block with? You can't block with the Encore. You had... Oh, you block with the weight gold. That's interesting. So maybe you do have Final Act in your arsenal. You're going to go for a little one. I can finally put the cash in an arsenal, and then we get the pieces. The question is, can we survive on 9? All we do is definitely draw off the cash in. This is just draw a card because it doesn't steal gold, right? It doesn't steal tokens, from what I remember. I don't know if that's correct, because it doesn't have a cost, I guess. Which is a big vulnerability to it. Yeah. I feel like it should steal gold. Even with a swing, you can't KO us, so leave be. It does depend on what you draw. But I assume we'll hope for nothing and you're just swinging. If it's a wage goal, that's a bit of a pickle. Then you need a blue in your other slot to play it. No, we know what the other card is, Encore. So you're hoping that whatever you just drew pitches into your weapon. Unless what you had in your arsenal is something. No, you already pitched the Encore. Never mind. Can you do 5? That is just the question. You can't, you gain your gold. That wasn't from the arsenal, so have it. And we're just hoping to combo out. Alright. What do we do first, though? That's the question. I'm going to draw off the caching, because I don't trust my deck to give me the pieces correctly. Now we have options, right? So that's what we want. So we can Tunic, Mage Master, play the Tome, get rid of this round's on me. You don't want to give him cards to block with. There's the Art of War. That's good with the wage gold. Do that and go again. It's just so much nicer having a huge hand to do all this with. Right. Then we cash out. And we start drawing through. We hold the pick cards in case we need to play them for some clutch silver. I will say we don't have the pieces of the combo, which is worrisome. There's one. Means I have to get rid of the attack. That's maybe an issue. If we draw the other Art of War, we would have rather get rid of pick a card. Get rid of the blue pick a card. And probably the yellow pick a card as well. There's cash in. So we can cash in off a pick card and lead the charge. Still puts us at 3, so we're still fine. If we play this pick a card, if we get silver, we can cash in off of this silver. This is very risky. Alright, and then Fish has the combo too next turn. We got 1. So we can cash in off the silver, hold our hand. We're not doing enough damage yet, either. I trust the deck to give me the correct draws. We're gonna say so. Don't screw me over, please. It's final act in blue. Thank you. Salvaged. And we want a blue on top. We want 2 blues on top, actually. Yeah. So I'm just gonna take the guarantee. We go top, we're not looking for any other draw cards. Now we can go silver, pitch, and then play. Alright, got there. Drawing some more defense, it's fine. Are you drawing off the Art of War? Or are you taking the buff? I mean, you probably take the buff and the draw, right? Yeah. Question is it going to be enough block? I don't think it is. Even with all the buffs. Even with Tunic, that puts you taking 9. Puts you at 9, and then you have to block the other one too. Alright, we managed to snag the win. Very, very clutch at the end though. But that's why you just want a bigger hand with cash in. Even though it's great to pitch it and stack up, you're not going to have enough fish. It's definitely better to have options. This music is a bit somber for this. Oh, I've got to click back. Alright, then Encore. And deal with the second one. Turn 5 is also kind of late for the combo. Just lucky Fish didn't draw his soon as well. I think that's our first win against Fish too in a decent while, because usually his beatdown deck, his tempo deck, performs better than ours. But maybe we're at a turning point. Maybe. You know what I should do? I always forget. I have Discord open specifically for fish. If he wants a rematch, we'll do one more game and then we'll open some boxes. Otherwise, we'll just open boxes, I think. I guess I can just message him. Did you want another? See what he says. Otherwise, what to open today is the question. Probably some Everfests. I still have a decent chunk of those boxes loose. What just ticked? Nothing. Bright Lights is... I guess we're just looking for tomes. Well, tome was in Bright Lights, right? Or was it in... Hostile Dawn? I think it's in Bright Lights. We have one more of them loose. So we might as well get rid of that. I should have Monarch around somewhere. We'll start with them and see. No, we'll do this. Oh, he asked. Of course, it didn't come up because we were in that screen. My bad. Who's going first? Fish will go first. So, do we swap? The picker cards came in clutch, but then they're also somewhat of an issue. I really don't like High Striker. High Striker should go. Some more defense would be good. And maybe even not this round to me. You know what, I think I should put Remembrance back instead of High Striker. We'll do that. See if that edges out the deck in some fashion. Taking a little bit more defense. Very minuscule amount though. Alright, pick a card to start, it's not bad. We can also ripple away if he has any token generation. We can just stash the tome. I don't know if he plays Command and Conquer. Feels like something Fish would do. He's got something if he has to think about it. Alright. Maybe he's debating whether or not he wants us to be able to block. Which means he probably has performance bonus or wage gold. Wage gold always seems like the horrible thing to do turn 1. Mischievous Meeps. It's still kind of a horrible thing, because I'm going to deny you draw. Especially because it's 2 on 2. He's using that to burn his other cards. No. You gonna spam it again? You only... Oh, it's once per turn. Ah. And then Talishare. We don't have... You know, he could have token generation, but I don't think he does. We do that. I'm tempted to get rid of the pick card, but we don't have any other token generation for ourselves. Alright, pick a card. He has Encore, he's money where your mouth is. We get 1 silver. It's fine. I don't want to give him this round's on me, so I think we just burn the lead the charge and we hold the blue. Yeah, we get the other tome right when we get rid of lead the charge, so that sucks. Because that would have been a nice start, right? Mage Master, tome, into tome and lead the charge. Cost 1 blue to pitch, 1 card from hand. So you would have netted 2 cards. No, you would have lost 2 cards. 1 card, 2 cards. I don't know. We can heal. We don't want to give him the gold though. I think we're still looking for another setup. We just have to continue to deny Fish. Anywhere your mouth is, and we can play movable. 5. So it's only a +1. Yeah, at Encore, what was the attack? Give and take. Spend by an action card, you can put an action card with plus less. So you can actually cycle something on top of your deck. So you can get Mischievous Meeps back. But we definitely want to succeed the wager. And we know the last card was Encore. And having 2 gold is a huge advantage. We don't care about taking the fall. Okay, give us pieces so we can just do it next turn. And then make sure he doesn't have pieces. So we can double gold to have enough resources to tome and Mage Master. So we can actually go positive for once in draw off of the tome. Question is it worth keeping a gold for the cash in? For the guaranteed positive. Actually, sorry, we'll have Tunic up, so we don't need to. We can go gold, Tunic, Mage Master. Which is better. And then we hope for a lead the charge. So we can play the other tome. Otherwise, we can keep it in our arsenal to make him think we have the combo. Because that's probably the best guess of what's in the arsenal. We know he got Meeps back, so we can still do a decent chunk of damage this turn. Oh, something's come on. Alright, we'll wait. Okay, he's just swinging. That's interesting. He pitched the cash out for it? Pummel is for maces, correct? Razor Reflex, there we go. So he's going to try and KO us, I guess. But, wait, no, it depends. What attack did he take back? I think we should be fine. I don't think he can do 8. Yeah. Alright, so we go gold. Here are the pick card. And then go Tunic. Mage Master. I really hate these errors. And then play a tome. We get the Art of War, so that's good. Maybe I should have healed. So, they're all attacks, doesn't matter. Just get rid of the Ripple away. We're going to try and cycle through everything anyway. There's the lead the charge, so that worked out perfectly. There's the Encore, so we're good to go. Question is, can we get the pitch a little bit higher? The answer is no. Cash in? No. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. Very tiny final axe. Unless I want to do like a wage gold into final act. And then save the Encore for another turn. Could work. It would get the final act a little bit bigger as well. But it would also be better going the other way, making him think we have the combo. Right, try to take block out of his hand and then wage gold. He didn't fall for it. You don't want to give him the gold. It's annoying. Because he can definitely block a 5. I guess we just Encore. And go for double final act because it's more damage. At least next time we go performance bonus into wage gold, if we live. Yeah, see, it's not enough damage to KO him. So he actually doesn't have to drop his hand. which means we're in a pickle. We're in a big pickle. I should have played the pick card. One lucky silver there could have made a world of difference. Because watch, we'll draw a draw. Right? Second card, Golgarian Tome, which then would have led to the cash out, which then would have led to a bigger chain. So if we had just gone one silver off the pick card, we would have been happy. But we can get one off next turn. Can he do 13 is the question. We're not out, which is good. All depends what fish has. Carnivore. We knew he had Encore. Do you have a final act? I should really write down the cards we see. This round's on me helps us. It feels like the card you use when you're fishing and you don't quite have it. Another Art of War. No, we undid the first Art of War. We went, this round's on me. Then Art of War. Pick buff. And banish. This could be either, right? Because I assume that's just the prompt for both. Yeah, because it's shorthand. You've given us block. There's a chance you didn't get your chain. It's just going to be one. Because you're also very small on the pitch as well. Because neither of us had token generation. Blocking doesn't matter until we see the final act. So we have to take all damage. Then final act with 10. And we have to block... We have to block 5. So I need to keep the cash out. I need to keep the Encore. And I have to keep the tome, I guess. We do Wage Gold. We do Pick a Card. And we do Spring Tunic. That gets us to live. Now what comes down to is whether or not this gets us a blue. It did, right? So then we can cash out. And we hope for blues. Blue. And a blue. And one more blue? It's yellow. But yellow's still fine, because we can still encore final act off of a yellow. Performance bonus first. Oh, it's 0. I didn't realize that. That was a waste then. It's an 8, which is not enough damage, unfortunately. It has to block 7. So it does try to get him to sink his hand. The 9 would have been much better. That would almost force him to get rid of all 4 cards. Please have non-block. I saw you running potions. So just have another Angie potion. Have a bunch of 2 blocks. Oh. Oh, he's blocking the whole... Ah, he's opting. Who gets the better second wind? I mean, we have defense though, which helps. Play pick a card first. Try for some luck. He has Tome, it's on his arsenal, but he can put it in his arsenal and then heal. Probably tries to just shut us down with this rounds on me and belittle. He can get a minnowism. That's bad. We didn't get silver. So we just have to keep up the pressure. And we are saving it a move ball. That might be able to get us the win. Being able to defend with it. Still, the right pick would be belittle into final act. And then stashing the tome for next turn. Which is definitely the issue, the tome. If he gets the life back, we're done for. Alright, so we know final act's doing a bit more damage. Oh, no, sorry, he had to pitch the tome, right. So we can sink below the belittle and then we can unmovable the next one. And what do we get rid of? We're pitching the eye into unmovable. We need something to attack with, so we're getting rid of cash in. Yeah, so there's another attack, which is perfect. Final act for 6. Right, unmovable does the right amount. But we don't have the pitch. That was wrong, I should get rid of the pick a card. There's our final act. There's a Art of War. We can survive one more turn. That means we can go for it. So he only has performance bonus, but that's still going to do a ton of damage. And we know 2 of our cards can't actually block with, right? Because he can do 3, he can put up to a 4. And he can pitch the eye and set up for his turn. Only I'd pick cash in. Was tempted to as well. But at least we can chain 2 attacks together with Art of War. Which should be enough to get the win. You just have to block 4. Which is actually bad. No, he's looking for something better. Interesting. If he gets nothing, he just has to do a naked performance bonus, we're fine. Because technically we want to keep our whole hand in order to chain Art of War, otherwise we're making it a coin toss whether or not we get an attack. And he's doing a decent final act. In which case, wouldn't it have been better to get rid of the performance bonus? Keep the money where your mouth is to buff it. That's silver. Ruined us. We just got in even a little silver off of it. We would have been happy. We can gain life. We have to fully block. We don't even heal. And then he didn't have any go again. Alright, he used Encore on the wage. Alright, but we can swing with brothers in arms. Not gonna do enough. 2 melodies duking it out at the very end. Not something I expected to happen. We have our wage gold. So blocking, we have to always perfect block. Nasty Surprise is a better attack to keep because it's free. It's the correct mentality. What's your other attack? It's wage gold. That becomes horrible. So at least we can attack with Nasty Surprise. We could also try to set up Silver. Have I used both Encores? And I can't remember. Yeah, I have. Okay, so there's no point in the Silver. So Pit Card's gone. We have to block with the Nasty Surprise. We can look for an attack, or we can save Wage Gold and hope. We're not going to get lucky, right? We have block, so we aren't going to get lucky. We also don't have either Final Act, yeah. So silver and gold is useless. We're literally just using it to fish for a better card. I think we still have one lead. No lead the charges. We still have one Art of War, which is what we need. If we get Art of War, then at least we can chain the two attacks together. And that should be enough to win. Should. As long as they're the right attacks. Speaking of which, I think Fish has got it first. Yeah, that's no good. This only becomes a 5-2, which is even worse. We have to hope that whatever his second attack is small as well, which it should be. I didn't even have another attack. No, he does. Yeah, the final act for a tiny amount. He's saving it. Interesting. In which case, do we attack? We do, because we have to keep up the pressure. Which actually... Sorry, pick a card first. That way we can see. So, we know he put Final Act into there. Ah, this is bad. So we can go Mischievous Meeps, Belittle, Final Act. And that's going to sink us. 4's not enough. It will eat 2 cards. That is something. No, it's Wage Gold, it's 5. Alright. We're in business. We should be able to survive. Don't give him the gold. That will backfire. And then our last 4 cards should be Art of War and fingers crossed 2 attacks. So he has to block with his whole hand. No, he has to block with 3 cards. So at best he can do 1 attack into Final Act. Yeah, I just realized how bad our hand is. Our last cards. Oh, that is terrible. Oh, I wish we had one more attack. Fish wins, unfortunately. Because yeah, it has at the very least one more Wage Gold. And we just won't have enough damage. We don't even have enough pitch. Yeah, it's a 4. Well, I decked out. Neither of them are helpful. And a sensor to top it off. Well, that was our tightest game yet. If only I had Remembrance. That would have actually come in handy there. So, good game. What was it? 45 to 72. Wow, you pushed a lot of damage. You also healed a decent chunk. Oh well. We'll move over to boxes. Also, I always forget to say good game in chat. Do that while I set up. Alright, that should do. First thing though, I finally got nice cold foil melody, but there's more. I went a bit overboard, I think. A little bit. There's also a Judge Foil gold token to truly bling out the deck. Finally found them in Australia. Took a while. It's really just fluke and box, having the rare cards, I find. Everyone else has like stocks and stuff, but then there's just not as much trading. It probably is through like Facebook Marketplace, but I can't be bothered. I don't use Facebook. Okay. Bright lights, right? Hopefully we can get some more tomes, because so far every box we've opened has had a tome. Otherwise, the rest of them are pretty much duds. Hey, Pockets Live! That hurt like a mother. Ever. First time my nails did not cut. Do I have anything sharper in here? No. At a side. Oh, I got a stylus. That didn't cut it either. Ooh. Wow, it actually chipped the stylus. It's fine, I have another nib somewhere. That's nice to hear, Pockets. What you opening? Still Fab or something else? So I've gotten your messages, your wall messages, a few times on Collector, interestingly. Fab, cool. I have to have a look. Look at that. The plastic is top grade and then the box is flimsy. Alright. I really don't care for anything but the expansion slot. Oh, that's cool. What dragons did you pull? So I'm assuming you at least got one. Keep that there, so I have rubbish collection. Okay, so straight to the end. Well, that's not bad. I don't think the Marvels are anything spectacular. In fact, I think they're really shit in Bright Light. No offense. It's come on, this is some of the least effort they put into marbles. And it's insulting to me that this has the symbol. That's my honest belief. But we get a slightly different border. Not even to the extent of Dynasty. We'll look it up, because it might be worth something, and then I might be cranky for no reason. Pretty sure that's also my first marble. So the marble goes for $30. I guess that's something. I still, you got a fair few. 1 in 3. So that feels slightly above. That's pretty decent, but none of the big hitters. Thermi's the top one there, is it not? No, I'm thinking of a different dragon. Ah, second guess. The lightning one. It's still not as high as what I'm thinking. Wow, these dragons are less than... Why my Dromi's on her way out, so... But a lot of them are less than this Facebreaker. Yeah, so it's Dromi, Dracona, and Tomatala are the top ones. No, but I mean from what you pulled. Gold. No, I was right. It is... The lightning one is the top one you pulled. I don't know. It's kind of sad. I mean, they're wonderful to look at, but it is kind of sad that rarity is not appreciated enough yet in Fab. Because foils, marbles, they all are hard to pull. I mean, think about it. You had to open 15 boxes, get 5. Right? So, go low end it. Say, distribution cost, 65 by 3, right? Is what you kind of paid for each dragon. Still though, they're for your collection. No complaints. But I hate getting doubles. That's when you should probably just buy. Nothing, it looks like. Yeah, 2 rares. I don't even know if I even want to pull them aside. I don't need anything from the binder. Oh, that's great. You're going for 40. Though I should note, because it will get confusing, Australian, right? Evo Steel Gauntlets. That's an okay-ish one, right? Hopefully they never print another decent arm slot. Was it? Controller. Yeah, for just a naked Marvel. And I was gonna remember to scroll down more. Not Marvel, Majestic. Marvel's on the brain. There's a foil if you're interested. That's cool. You work at I'm assuming an LGS then. Like 3 flame scales, 1 cold foil. Did you get any other cold foil L's? Right, because there's still 1 in 4. I mean, I'm sure you did. You probably got the, was it the ice one? That's worth nothing, but was worth something. There we go, Twin Drive. That's also a decent M. Yeah, the Cornet. Just 1? Feel like it's, I don't know, I've in my uprisings, if you go through the videos, I pulled 3 or 4 over the course. I didn't open that much, but that was just the number 1 L I got, and it was just disappointing. But so far, this Bright Light box is actually Doing really well. I need like a marker on my screen so I know where to scroll down to. Goldfold Tiger Stripe. Okay. That might get a nice little bump with Mysteria right around the corner. Depends if they go hard on the Tiger stuff. It's kind of like a coin toss. They had wonderful support in Round the Table. And it's kind of like, do we come up with something new? Especially since they're saying talent. Nada. Yeah. Pull out the foil. No one cares about foils. Come on, where's our expansion slots? Data link. I would like to do more boxes, but the normal store I buy from just has no supply at the moment. And actually looking around stores in Australia, there's kind of dwindling. Which makes me think they didn't increase the amount. And they've just sent it over to the other Asia Pacific regions. See, I don't know because I don't have connections. But I do like check when they restock and look through stores a decent amount. And it just looks like they don't have supply. I mean, it's a big thing so our biggest one is Good Games, and they're like the most franchised in Australia, and just none of their stores. So for that one, it definitely feels like the supply is lacking, because they still have singles, and you can see, like when they were restocking, the amount that the singles bumped up, so they were like opening half their supply or whatever, and then using that, but just nothing. Even their heavy hitter singles are dwindling. Problem is, I am in a little country town, nowhere near anything, so everything is online. But yeah, an email doesn't hurt, plus, you know, I sell a decent amount of cards to them, so worth it. I mostly open for fun, so most of the time I sell cards, buy boxes. It's just cyclic, so I don't worry too much about the market. It is nice to obviously have a finger on the pulse here and there. Even these boxes, these are ages ago, and they were just loose, so I thought I'd open them, hold the cases that I have. I mean, I know events are starting to dry up in Australia, which is obviously sad. Not a good Majestic. Could have been awesome if the effect was tweaked slightly. Last Rainbow Foil, $1.50. Still, 3 good cards into 1 bad. Bulk when I have the funds, working on sets first, then I'll start selling TCG. Basically what I do. I'm just going after, yeah, boom, play sets. But I don't sell that much, or dwindle that much, dabble that much. I don't know, I'm greedy, I guess. Everything I open is mine. I don't mind sitting on it for ages. I mean, for the first few years of Fab, I didn't have to spend anything out of pocket. I just had a massive Magic collection that I was just done with. And I just used that to buy pretty much all the Fab I have. Alright, halfway through the box. First 3 pack, great. After that, just nothing, it looks like. Scrap Trader. I don't think that's a decent M either. We've got to put that on that side. Oh god, Japanese cards are just so slippery. Yeah, that's kind of the motivation I guess I'm lacking. But I would also say I'd have to do a lot more work in Australia to sell. As in, like, sell at a decent price rather than just trading in. Which is also demotivating because there's nothing. Like, it literally goes Facebook and then, like, Klloo, I guess, is the next big seller. Yeah, everything in this box is really just in those first 3 packs. Plus then you have shipping as well. In Australia. Is screwed over our postal service and we don't really... We have other couriers, but even that is a lot of the time just... You still go through Australia Post and then they outsource. Alright, we got a Contest the Minefield as our first expansion slot. Not that good from memory. So the idea would be a wizard set comes around last this year. So maybe worth holding on to. I use buy lists. That's it. And I just use Good Games again, the major company here in Australia. Though in saying that, I hoard all the really expensive stuff. So only sell, you know, HOTS singles with the current season. So like tomes, I will sell off all my tomes now. Tomes of Imperial Flame because with Dromides on the way out, and then I'll probably buy some back. Like that's the most complex I get to. Got Dash.io. They're still kind of rare. Surprised, well, depends how many sets are ahead, but they haven't tweaked it because of the community backlash. But I've never run into issues where, like, stores don't want the singles. They've come down a lot, haven't they? All the alpha stuff. Which is still an interesting thing to think about. Because Flesh and Blood is just such a playable game. I think I've got 2 W2R, 3 Arcane Rising, 4 Klloo. No case though for the Klloo, unfortunately. I bought them all singly. Just as they were cheap. And yeah, 1 full set will definitely stay in a case permanently. We're not getting anything, I'm not even showing because I'm just doing them so quickly. This box is literally top heavy. Like a Steel Street Hoons is nothing. I will eventually open 1 set though. Love to do... I'm thinking of a comparison, maybe. Do a normal Klloo box and then the Alpha box. Yeah. Where did I even put the rubbish box? Anyway, we're up to Everfest. Hopefully we do a little bit better. There's still some good hits. But I feel like we got pretty bad in this box. What did we end up getting? Nada, nada. Okay, but nada. Definitely nada, nada. And then, yeah, just the first 3 big hits were the 3 big hits. Well, a Marvel, so that's something. foils. I'm just gonna put them away. Rip your box. Tempting. They look so nice, right? Oh, yeah. One day. Just keep one of each, and then rip the other. But for now, they just stay nice and protected. Though definitely this box goes because of that nasty tear at the top. Even some edging damage down there. The other one's not perfect either. But as best as you could probably get. I mean, it's not horrible. Lucky enough to get one super early, and then one not at their current rate, but pretty close. Is there one? I don't trust eBay. Even with all the like guarantee stuff and that, it's a headache. Again, like an Australia thing, just because it's not as big a thing here as the US. But even that situation, it's another thing I'd bought. The full art one. So the promo one. It goes gold. Well, actually, we can look it up, right? Because it goes. I think it's gold still, and then the full art. Your way to search all. Is this going to search all? All right, good. But they don't even have it. They don't even have the gold one listed, which makes sense. It's a beautiful card. It's also something that I feel is going to get less and less iconic as time goes on. It was just because it was so dominant in the beginning, and with just normal power creep, it's not gonna be like the Lotus. It will get creeps because it's a strong effect, but it's not super strong. Alright, so what are we looking for in Everfest? We take this a bit slower and actually have a decent look through the cards. Even bigger than that, a slice and dice. So we'll do, I don't need the junk, we'll do rares, we'll do foils, and then we'll do pulls. Maestro Grande. 4 comes first, which is actually nice, because then we can easily spot it. 100 wins and a potion of luck. Take shots, Talisman, and a Rolling Thunder. That actually might be decent. I know some of the brute cards in this are decent. Collecting all promos for Fab would be a nice little journey. To be honest, I don't really remember the set. I already have the Fable, so that doesn't really matter. You know what? We can do this. What do I even want? Knickknacks, I guess. Blood No Hands for a Cheyenne deck in foil would be good. Other than that, obviously just the top hits. That's sad. There's more just neatening up all my storage. My strike was actually decent because I do play that in Melody. And same with pick a card. I'm going to confuse myself. Foil's there. Standard Arts, Majestic's there. Anything else? Blade Runner. Talisman. You know what? We should also pull out the Illusionist cards. Because there's a fair few in Everfest that are the other Illusionists, are they not? The one we speculate is coming. Or rolling. High Striker, release tension. I do need more of the extended arts to complete the sets. So I guess them as well. Right, Corrupt Foil, Talisman. There's blood on hands. Unfortunately, it is not M. God, I have confused myself. Foils can go there. Rares can go there. Hopefully that helps. So we do like that for Shiner, but a little bit more shine on it would be good. Seismic Stir and rares. Winds of Eternity. Trying to think. Feel like I do. I feel like I haven't gotten any of the Majestics. And no, I definitely have Slice and Dice sets and Thunderquake. I think I'm missing Runeblade and yeah, the Majestics. High Roller. I will say Everfest was a set I'm too deep into. I bought way too much. So fingers crossed that Unlimited never gets released. There's our Cold Foil. Nothing spectacular. We did love the ideas of being able to get multiples. The thing with Everfest that my mentality goes to is they either need to obviously destroy it or do something, because the warehouse costs alone, if they ordered even say 50% of what they wanted straight away, or you know, even like 25%, still be massive costs racking up for as long as it's been as well. Okay, so we come from the bad era of Monarch. Monarch is insanely overhyped. People start fudging the numbers on the supply, and boxes get outrageously priced, right? In Australia, I think they got as high as $600, which at the time we were a lot closer in value, right? Because that's when America was having a bit of its problems. So call it 450, 400 US for one box of first edition Monarch. And this was norm. Everyone thought this was okay. So what did LSS think? They thought, well, we don't have enough supply. So they ramped up Tales, and then they ramped up Everfest. And there is as much Everfest first edition as there was Monarch and Unlimited put together. So you then throw Everfest Unlimited, which usually has a higher print run as well, though they say, you know, at this point we were getting closer to 1-to-1. It's still way too many boxes if they released it. So they made the great decision, which again, as a company, right, imagine holding a full printed set that you have paid for in storage for, what is it? It's like 3 years now, 4 years, 3 years? I think it's 3 years now. No. Yeah, 3 years. 19, 20, 21. Holding it for 3 years, right? At least 200,000 boxes. But yeah, so they made the decision not to release it, but they have admitted that they do have it. Swarming Gloomvale's not that good. So that's the story. They thought they needed to increase the supply because of box prices. Instead, it was a huge scandal with like Channel Fireball and some other people as well. Yeah, because both of them are... Well, you've got the other issue with Tails, which is it's just not relevant. It has no impact on Classic Constructed whatsoever because there is no one for the cards. But yeah, both boxes are significantly overprinted. Even by today's standards, I don't think we've gotten back to those numbers yet. So they are ridiculously cheap. And they probably will be for their life, especially Everfest, since it's all supplemental cards. So I have zero feeling that it's ever gonna hold or even rise back up. I mean, there are obviously good hits. Arcanite took a huge loss though, right? Because now it's got me better cards to go with. The extended arts are definitely a cool pull. But then you also have just fluff and then cards that, again, serve no purpose. Because we need another elemental set, plain and simple. An elemental set, as shitty as the talent is, would breathe life into some of these sets. Cool. Codex of Frailty, that's definitely the nicest pull. Any sense. And so something like Codex of Frailty, I would also say, has a decent chance of always being relevant because it is, a niche route, right? I doubt they go hard into Frailty, Inertia, and Blood Rot again. So I can just see it always being a pretty decent card, even if they reprinted the main effect, the cycling. You still have then the additional effect. Alright, a Knick-Knack Bric-a-Brac for our Majestic Extended. So that's nice. Something I could run in Melody. But we could have liked something a little bit better. Bright Lights is another one. It'll be interesting because we're due the numbers, and it's kind of weird that they stopped, right? Because they were very transparent, but since Uprising, they've reined in, and they're not telling us, right? I mean, we were pretty much due last year for the sets that were out of print, because that was the previous mentality, was when a certain block goes out of print, they would give us the numbers. And the worry is once we get to like Bright Lights and that, Bright Lights is such a niche set that it will just continue to plummet. Because, say Miss Vale introduces X amount of heroes, right? That's now X amount of heroes more that aren't Bright Lights, right? Aren't Mechanologist. It is a weird choice to print a full set to a singular market within your own community. And I have rants about the expansion slot, how it should be a more significant part in boxes for that exact reason, so that there is a bigger chunk of relevance, or even just a higher use of generics. So if all the items in Bright Lights were generics, and everyone had access to them, that set would be significantly more relevant. You'd have significant more variable playstyles, right? Every class would have access to an item version of their build, which could be a fun, cool concept, but it wasn't done. Said it's primarily mech, right? With a sprinkling, 15 cards, 17 cards, whatever it was, with the reprints and the expansion slot. The Bright Lights, I want none of it. I'm more than glad to just open. I think I only have one case left, and I'm even tempted to just crack that and get rid of it. So I have no hope for Bright Lights. It's definitely fun to open and collect, but it just gets to the point where it's just not relevant. Alliance Skirmish, Amulets, Howl of Sharp Eye, but it's just still normal. Why can that be uncalled for? Yeah, Command & Conquer is expensive because it's a crazy good generic. Same with like Cash In at this point, Art of War, then solid effects that are probably the pinnacle of that stylization, and then they're generic. So everyone wants it. And they're also not ratioed, So none of the generic cards are ratioed, right? In any set, they're still 1-to-1 with all the classes. So if you have a normal 4-class set, then it's basically 1-to-4, right? Which doesn't really make sense. So they get a lot of pressure put on them. But they're being fairly decent with printing class-specific versions as well. But then it also comes back to their decision to not power creep the game, rather rein things in. So the first 3 sets definitely have really strong cards that will probably always be relevant, which is great for them. But then it also means you get pressure like that, where Command & Conquer is a desirable card with okay alternatives. But if you really want to min-max, you want Command & Conquer. Twisted. We did get 2 cold foils, and it is a Majestic. That is happy to see. Pouncing Lynx. That's the promo, though. It's my bad. Pouncing Lynx. No, in Magic, in Flesh and Blood, please. But at the same time, I would like to see them emphasize the generic slot a lot more. Because it is just the easiest way to close the gap. Have a set be more relevant across the board. Pretty decent for Everfest, $20. I don't need mana copies. No. I don't need any of the heavy cards from the first sets. In fact, in all honesty, I barely need any cards. Especially for the decks I run. I have, in my longevity of being around since the start of Fab, opened more than enough product. Oh, skip foil. So I do want to look at the Illusionist cards. So I do have a fun idea for an Illusionist deck, but this is not going to matter. That's not the character we're looking for either. Pretty much. Not so heavy on like first edition cards, but I've definitely opened enough unlimited. I think it's an okay Everfest box. Nothing substantial though, it looks like. Thunderquake, but no extended. This round's on me is good. I think that's getting back up there as a desirable card. Again, generic with a very solid effect. Yeah, there we go. $10 for a normal. Nope. Well, yeah, there's always weird stuff like that. We have full play sets and then normal. Alright. Frostbite token, foil. Okay, again, we're hoping that they revisit. And a Break Tide to finish it off. Hey, look at this stack compared to what we ended up from Bright Lights, right? Of desirable-ish cards. We got Break Tide, Surrounds on Me, Mask. See if we can guess. That. Knick-Knack would probably be the top card. That or the Mask. Potion, not really worth anything, and I'm way too high again. The Rolling Thunder should be nice too. It's foil. It's a decent brute card. But yeah, definitely decent pulls. Better than the Bright Lights box. Significantly. I mean, look at that. You can compare the two. And it's not that ratios have changed, it's just, this was just an awful box. Except for the first 3 packs. You know what, I care about the foil tokens. Everything else, not so much. I mixed up the piles anyway. You never know when Frostbite might be relevant again. That's awesome. Rainbow Foil, or did you get lucky? Hopefully you got lucky. Where does this go? In this junk box. Just rimming with cards. Rainbow. Still, it's better than nothing. Good to fill out with the chaser cards. It's always the struggle is, once you get to that point, you pull the, like, Owls and, or most of the Owls in Fable, and you're like, do I double down or do I just buy the cards? Alright, let's see if we can get a Command and Conquer. I got some Arcane Rising for this idea. I think you're right. Yeah, Command and Conquer is in Line Strike in Wagon Wraith. Art of War? Is Art of War the one in Klloo? Pretty sure they're split up. Although I might be wrong and Arcane is the one that's really chocked up. Yeah, no it is. Arcane Rising is the one with the better pulls overall. Which explains why the box is higher. I've not touched History Product, and I will never touch the History Products. And I'm pretty sure the History Products are discontinued as well. I gotta. Let's see. You mean... No. Oh, there it is. You mean that one? I had to grab my slabs. Not proper slabs, though. That's the other thing, grading is an issue. The only thing I've graded is a Cheyenne. Believe it or not, that was actually my first Dynasty box too. And it's the cold foil. I'll just put them over there with my weapon right. I never remember how to open these. Yeah. Oh. Lighting's not great though. Oh, there we go. That's better. Now let's see if we can get an eye to add to it. Yeah, so it does seem like every second Marvel set is horrid. Not horrid, Bright Lights is by far the worst. Dynasty close second. Some people like the dark. But yeah, it should always be full art. Or even just extended art. Right, that's a Marvel, not a weird different border. Also, we should look for some of the staple commons. What do we get? Ridge Rider and Reduced to Rude Chant, Spellblade Assaults. I mean, the hope is they stick with Hero Marvels, because again, History Pack is gone. I'm more than confident to say that. There's just absolutely no need for it. Okay, we got a Superb, that's decent. So we're looking for Fate Foreseen Reds. I think that's the only real common. Ravenous Rabble Red, that's the other common from Arcane Rising. Double Assault, Lessons in Harbour is an okay one. The meh. Foil though. There we go. Let's see if I'm right to actually hold on to them. I know Fate Foreseen is like $1 common, which is what you want. I'm sure Ravenous Rabble sees enough use. I also think TCG play should probably split this up. Okay, so only the Rainbow Foil is actually worth holding on to. But no Fate Foreseen. I think it's $1 the non. Alright, and we got our first M. Mordred Tide. Until the end of turn, if you would create a Runechant token instead, create an extra one. Sounds decent. Don't have much experience with Runeblade though. Yeah, I was wrong. Maybe it's Whispers. That's what we want though. Anything with 4 block. Though this is another thing that could easily crumble, especially with the new blocking cards, is 4 could become the next 3, 2. You know what I'm trying to say. Yeah, see, that has to be wrong. Or is it 66 at that price? Right, it doesn't show the total. That might be the go. But yeah, $10 for a common foil. That's definitely a good pull. Good enough, they can go with our Majestics. We're on the board with the box. Grifting is one idea too. But yeah, the numbers are kind of tightly wound with Fab. That it wouldn't take too much to even power creep, right? Amplify is only a C. Which counter to a lot of people, I would probably think. I do personally think Fab is an incredibly unstable game to hold on to cards for. How's it going up? That's good. I think I only have the Rainbow Foil too. There's always the chance that I'm wrong. Yeah, no, it's a Rainbow Foil. It's the only one with the emblem, right, behind it? I guess the emblem's meant to be Assassin Ranger. I don't think that's stuck on. That was it. Each opposing chooses one at random and creates that token under their control. You get a decent amount of disruption. I think if they took inertia out of that, a lot of people would be a bit happier. Because inertia is... No, frailty. Which one's... I'm gonna have to look up. One of them is the terrible one. Yeah. Oh well, we might pull it one day. Admission, Oath, and then a C. Where are our M's? All we need is Command and Conquer, and this box is fantastic. Bell to the middle, silver tip, 3 of a kind. That's foil. I think that's nice enough. Do like me a combo ranger, at the very least. Normal foil, it's nothing. From the looks of it. Yeah, $5-ish. Yeah. It's always been a thing too. But everyone sees the 1 in 24. It does suck. The older boxes, I know it was weighted though. So if you didn't get Cold War, you usually got a decent chunk more Majestics, which was definitely decent. But I mean, even nowadays, the majority of Cold Wars are nothing. So it's not that big of a deal. Alright, 9th Blade of the Blood Oath. During shots. Getting a decent chunk of Superb. I do think, personally, they shouldn't have canned the first edition Unlimited. They should just reverse the release. Right, then I'll go through that pile of cards. We do like Mage Master 2. That saves me fishing out a copy when we build the Melody deck. High Octane, I think, is a decent M as well. The hope is that one day all the collectors rush back into Fab. Seven to 8. It's okay. Null foil. Like even that. I don't think people connect how rare foil equipment is. But it's still not a big thing. Looking like no CNC, unfortunately. Standing Melody, Reduce, and Azar. Spindle, Rapid Fire for another Superb. We're definitely getting a ton of Superbs, which usually means we don't get that many Majestics. My understanding, yeah, they're in a great position. I think there was a bunch of articles in New Zealand about them being one of the best startup companies at this current time. But they are just emphasizing playability more than collectability. Which is fine. It's not the route they initially set out. At least this is my belief. But there's nothing wrong with that. The game is fantastic to play. People enjoy it. Their whole focusing on the competitive scene, pouring money back into that is obviously fantastic. Especially when you compare it to like Wizards drying up, even some of the other games lessening their tournament scenes. But it's a bit sad. There's just too much for them to juggle in terms of maintaining everything, right? Because it's a big thing when a class goes out of class constructed. It tanks the cards a ton. Like once Dromai goes, Crown will probably return to whatever it was before Tome. And Tome of Herald Flame will just drop off the face of the earth. Because I think it's okay for Fae, but Fae's almost close as well. And then you have Emperor, who's just Blitz. And there's some very easy changes that would salvage a lot. And that would be, you know, something as simple as you can use a young hero in Classic Constructed. All you have to do is double the HP. I mean, it's the same concept as what they float. We obviously need sets that revisit anything that's out of rotation. I mean, this is the ongoing issue. Although we don't have the standard rotation, that causes so many issues in the longevity of the game. The company can't plan around what is rotating out of standard. There is no incentive for players to be on that standard cycle. And it's this double-edged sword of, if a hero is popular, then that hero will ultimately just completely tank in value, including all the cards that bring it to its pinnacle. If you think about any other card game, when a deck performs really well and the cards go up, they stay up for a long time, or at least a guaranteed time frame. Whereas Fab, it's the better a hero does, the quicker it's going to go. There's another favor scene, so that's a good pull. Reduce life for life, and that. I'm going to stick the junk cards over here. Because on the podium, technically, right, what needs to be done next year to salvage cards is we have to get an elemental set and we have to get a draconic set. And if we don't get those two things, then that is two sets that have no value whatsoever. So Uprising will tank. Then a whole plethora of cards that also have no use whatsoever in the game. And then you also couple in their desire not to reprint, because again, you have that sense where it's not needed to be reprinted. And it's again a double-edged sword, because even if a card's reprinted, because of the Living Legend model, it doesn't matter. Because it's not tied to the set it's in to make it legal, it's tied to the heroes that play it. Oath, Pedal the Metal, Scalding Ruin. Yeah, so I think we're going to be short for Majestic. On to Uprising. Alright. My luck is with you, because this box obviously has none. Get a Tome Line. Take aim to Silver Tips. Nada, nada, and some more nada. Alright, then we're praying for a Marvel Codex. Any of them will do, right? You don't need the Frailty. Their number of sets also has to increase. Because we looked into it, it's like a 2 to 3 year cycle to touch on any class. Any specific class, I should say. Yeah, let me count the superbs, because that's the tell. We have one M, we have 2 Ms, 1 foil, 1 normal. Should probably get about 1 more normal M. 1, 2... no, I'm not keeping count properly then. We have our Majestics for the box, and we have 3 of our superbs. So we're actually used up a Ella. Yeah, the cards are pretty, aren't they? It's a fun game though. It's very strategic. But I too am mostly a collector. So I assume you dabble in sport cards as well, from the name, right? DW? Oh, Pocket, there's someone in the YouTube chat. I know, that's a little confusing. Thunder Run, Frosted Relic, so that should be our last superb. There should be nothing in the last 2 packs, unfortunately. But still gorgeous cards. Never know, we might have some luck, but nope. Hopefully they never twist the art design. There's some fringe cards that do go against, but they generally well received and they look pretty cool in themselves. My worry is because we're going to Japan next. that they stick with the normal trend of anime-esque cards, which I think would just not fit in the game. And I'd hate them being the Marvels for Mist Veil. Well, it was an okay Arcane Rising box, I guess. Some decent M's. But other than that, 2 Fate scenes. Probably not worth it. Alright, I want to keep the foils, I want to keep the R's. No, it's Arcane Rising, I'll keep everything, actually. Alright, what's time? I think I got time for one more box. You know, we opened Arcane. Why don't we open a Weapon of Wraith as well? Yeah. It's the unfortunate worry. Is their big release is going to be in Japan, so fingers crossed. I don't think they need it. I think they can stand on their own 2 legs well enough, but you never know. Okay. Home, Line Strike, or Good Old Heart. Also, Klloo Reds is the big common slot. I am literally just opening opening excess boxes I have at the moment, DW. There's nothing particular that I need for a deck or anything, no. I suppose there's some cards, but not in any of these sets that I'm opening. I should have them somewhere, I just have to fish around my collections. We just want to find the big cards. So for instance, in this pack that we're opening right now, we want either that, a different version, actual foil version, or that. They would be great to pull. Klloo Blue does not do it. And nada. Drone is good-ish, right? Red, though, we still want. Can I not finish this stack off? No, I guess I didn't do it at all. I gotta stop doing that. Love to get a foil screen connect. We did get a tectonic plate last time, so not high hopes that we get another L. Sigil Red, I think, is also... There's a decent chunk of commons in Weapon of Wraith that are actually worth something. Energy pots. There's a red drone. We'll look that up. What cycles from ban and not ban way too much. We need to keep up to date. Around $1. It's not horrible for a common. Iron Rod is also kind of nice. I skipped over the rares. Well, I'm not even signed in at the moment, so I'm going to say no. Just whatever it is. I know some people like the prices, so while we'll look at them, I'd almost rather just open and talk random nonsense that sometimes is correct, sometimes isn't. Snatch, potion, rising knee. You know what? This is worrisome. I don't know if I've missed them, but no superb yet, no majestic yet. Maybe they're all at the bottom? Oh, we did miss one. We got a reckless swing, thank God. I mainly just look at the last sold. Reckless swing. There we go, that's a nice-ish one. Not so much on the unlimited. Yeah, last sold for $2-ish. No, that's a rainbow. See, this is where, again, I get confused. So it makes sense if it's divided by 3. Red pummel, that's actually probably something worth looking into as well. Probably not because it's common. And it's not used as religiously as like Klloo. Yeah, no. It's not the generic setting. Well, I should probably log in and set the preferences. Alpha Rampage. From memory, this is not a good spec, right? Because it's a 3 cost, which is dumb because then it's also it's 2 costs to play. I know it's meant to enable, but especially with the beat chest mechanic, they power crept it. And it's not a good spec. It's almost like they could have made beat chest a lot more synergistic. No, not beat chest, the discard A6 or more. Is it? Beat chest is if, but there's also a heavy hitters line. It's not a keyword or anything. That makes you specifically discard a 6 or greater power, right? If they just made a mechanic that was the next time you have to discard a random card, you get to pick. That would have been fantastic. And again, would have connected the sets up a little bit better than what they're doing. It does feel often that a lot of sets are up and closed. Which we saw that with Dusk Till Dawn, where everyone was speculating on the valuability of Monarch, and then it came out and it wasn't that relative to one another. You can almost play with either. Because Vizet and Chain were completely different playstyles. New Prism, completely different playstyle as well. Then you had the Bolton and Levia cards. So far, only 2. There's a Klloo yellow. I have 2 stacks of commons? No, that's not right. There we are. Yeah, these are 2 rough boxes apparently. There's a Klloo red. That's something. We take a $1 common. Click whack, disable, and unfortunately a blue sigil. There's the red. I don't know if that's as good as what I'm thinking. Although it is definitely used, I think it's only used in big decks. Which then again limits the amount of classes. Yeah, but then you put in perspective of what you could have got. Not horrible. And it does have a very niche effect, especially for the arm slot. So there's always the hope that they do something, you know, a meta deck comes out and it's prevent a bunch of damage, and then that becomes really good. Sigil's nothing as its normal version, unfortunately. Definitely a good one to hold on to. There's also another funny thing to think about, because they had this really strong concept of what each slot should do, and then you get the really fringe cards. And it's like, is this just you're going whatever, or is this the new norm? Yeah, so it's definitely worth holding on to, in my opinion at least. And I guess it still kind of increases your damage. And maybe it's not that out of line. But it is definitely an unusual way to do it compared to everything else. Crippling Crush. So we're in just Brute and Guardian for the cards, it looks like. Yeah, but the Unlimited is nothing. So bad. TCG doesn't even want to load the art. There we go. Breakneck, Sigil, Sharpen. Well, it looks like we're not getting anything from these two boxes. Oh well. That was superb. Life for a life. 3 packs, 3 chances. It's a common. Sorry, it's generic, but well, it's a common as well, actually. We want the rainbow foil to have the generic border, but we want it to be something else, something decent. Does not. It's a Smash Instinct. And a Snatch. Alright, lucky last pack. Launch response. Overpower. It is generic. It is not any of the art I recognize from that little glimpse. It was blue, so never mind. That is good. Not as good as it used to be, but definitely good. I get spell, that is. I keep getting the N, that's what it is. Annoying Strike. Rainbow foil. $36 it looks like. No, that's normal. Oh, okay. Normal. Where's the last rainbow foil to be sold? No, can't be. I can't even scroll far enough. The last rainbow was sold... Again. Filter on the right, left. There we go, that's helpful. Unlimited rainbow foil. Yeah. Guess it's a $100 card. We take those. Especially since the box, when I got it, was less. But that also means we sleeve it straight away. Well, we got one. Yeah, last pack magic. Alright, let's get rid of the junk. And go, they can go. And then the whole pile. Got a nice little storage box. I want to sift through one day, but I guess we'll probably just be thrown out. Okay, so Line Strike, definitely the solid pull. Crippling Crush is okay. Few Superbs, the Sigil is actually not worth anything. The Sink Below, it's kinda. Alpha Rampage. Yeah, so we're short. We're short about one Superb. Because usually it's still the 6 ratio. I want to say 50 bucks. I'll sleeve it. Otherwise, I'll just put it in a folder protected. It used to be $10. But I couldn't be bothered. In all honesty. I'm pretty delicate with cards, so fingers crossed, I don't have to worry. But especially an old card like this, it's definitely worth sleeving, right? But like the Marvel, I guess it's just, I really don't care that this being called a Marvel, so I'm not going to sleeve it. But then I'll sleeve random cards too, ones that I'll use. Plus, if I know if I'm going to get rid of it fairly quickly, Cold Claws I'll usually always sleeve, unless they're duplicates. Yeah. But that's probably the sleeve it straight away. Because you definitely feel bad if you accidentally nick a $100 card, right? Well, 150 here in Australia. I mean, that pays for the Cold Fall Melody I just got, technically. Right, I think we'll leave it there. Always love cleaning up after. Do we get any other fairly decent pulls? I suppose we can sort them to make it easier on myself. That way I know which folders they're going to, so... Majestics... Why is that in there? That's weird. Oh, I guess because it was a Illusionist card. Cold Fall... Standard Art goes in the Cold Fall folder. Where did I put the mask? No. Majestics, Marvel-esque Cold Foil. Token. I can go with the Superbs. Majestics, Superbs, and a Fate of Scene. But we only really care about the foil Fate of Scene. Both these cards are pretty much junk. Alright. Not bad for a day, right? I mean, we opened one Everfest, one Bright Lights. We opened 4 boxes. I think we pulled fairly decently. Of course, the inline strike making up for the majority of it. And these are also boxes that I got very long ago. For perspective, that's worth keeping in mind. Anyway, that will be me done for today. Everything's nice and neat. I can go have one. Nice chatting to your Pockets Live. I have to go watch some of your pulls. Do you just stream on Twitch? Or do you upload anywhere? I know you're on the Collector app. I do find that coincidental. I can't even see it because my phone's up here. You don't stream at all? Oh, okay, you just post on Collector? Now I'm confused. Am I spacing, or is it... Do you use the Collector app? And do you post? Or is it just a very similar name and I'm going crazy? Turn that off. Turn that off. Turn that off. You do not at all. Alright, I need to check this now. So I was getting notifications from Pocket something. That must have confused you. So, like I assumed you were opening and posting at the same time. there a way for me to see the notifications that pop up? I think I cleared them. That's gonna do my head, because that's either like mad deja vu, and I'm going insane, / had foresight. It must have just been a similar name, then. Still though, then, yeah. Kudos to the enjoyable openings nonetheless. Probably. I pocket something, and I swear it said, had posted, what was the pool? It was something from Uprising 2. That's the crazy thing. Anyway, we'll leave it at the weird coincidence, or me going insane. And I'm gonna go have lunch. Yeah, same to you. Always nice having some company. We'll get there one day. Anyway, enjoy. Oh, what time is it? What do I say? I say enjoy the rest of your midnight. Close? Hopefully close enough. Yeah, it's a big place, so hard to pinpoint which time zone exactly. All right. Oh, that's. Oh, you know what? I never did that, so that must have looked really weird. Yeah, EST, perfect. I was on the right one. All right. See you around, hopefully. And anyone watching in post, thank you as well. See ya.